Hey, what is up everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today we're taking a look at Dogecoin as we prepare for the week ahead. Now, Dogecoin is down nearly 1% today. The entire market has just been consolidating. We haven't really moved over the weekend, which is usually quite a good sign. Now, before we jump into all of the news that we have for today, make sure you guys go check out the Discord down below. It's where I'm sending out all of my trades that I'm entering every single day. I'm sending out watch lists. You can even copy my exact long-term crypto portfolio and everything like that. So yeah, make sure you join up. You can cancel at any time if you're not enjoying it, and let's get on with the video. Now, Dogecoin actually broke through a quite heavy resistance level last week, or this week I should actually say. So we were heavily resisting this area here at like 27 to 26 cents after the huge crash, essentially piling up and creating a resistance. We can even extend this here where we first started resisting this level. We then started creating higher highs and higher lows, mostly equal highs though, with these highs being at the resistance, until we finally broke through when Bitcoin was pumping somewhere around here. So that's quite good to see. Now it looks like we could be using this as a new support level, which would be really good. And if you remember in the previous videos on Dogecoin, we talked about how we can wait until it actually breaks through this level to look for longs, because it's sometimes not the best idea to enter too early on and then it hits the resistance and ends up crashing back down. But from this level, if we were to long to the next major resistance area, that would be all the way to 32 cents, nearly 32 cents for 20% profit. Now obviously with leverage we could be looking at 400 to 500% profit, but regardless, it's quite a good trade in my opinion. We won't be entering just yet. We will be waiting for a lower time frame confirmation, but overall I quite like the sound of this trade. Now again, we're gonna have to take a look at Bitcoin dominance and the S&P to fully solidify this trade and a few other trades that we have. But regardless, I think this is quite a good low risk trade per se, if the market does look good. Now overall, Dogecoin is being one of the strongest meme coins right now. We obviously had Doge with Hat see quite an explosive move on Friday. This was like a 20-30% move to the upside. However, it's a really weak coin in general. It's been crashing down for the better part of 2-3 months now, 4 months even if we really take it into consideration. But it's fallen from $4.70 all the way down to 67 cents, and when it falls to like 55 cents and pumps to 70 cents, it's not really a major move in hindsight. So whilst it might have been outperforming Dogecoin on one day, Dogecoin has still been the most resilient meme coin. It's still holding its own. It's still the most influential meme coin in terms of the influence that it has behind it in the form of Elon Musk and the influence that he has with Donald Trump and the entire US government. There's even a department in the government named after Dogecoin. So I think it's no question that Doge is the strongest meme coin. Pepe, still nothing compared to Dogecoin. We've fallen from 27, we've lost a decimal on Pepe, we've fallen to 99. So a lot of these coins have just been heavily crashing down. SHIB as well, another one that has been just heavily crashing down. This like 50+% drop. So yeah, it's interesting to see, and I'm not saying that these altcoin meme coins won't rise, but I think when you compare it to Dogecoin is one of the only examples of meme coins to actually invest in, simply because of the influence that it has and how strong it is and how low risk it is, in my opinion. Now we do need to take a look at Bitcoin and how this is going to perform this week. So for BTC, if you remember in the previous video, we talked about how we should look to head to $100,000 on Monday. So if you remember in the previous videos, we talked about how BTC should look to head to $100,000 on Monday, as there is a lot of liquidations there. Well, we have two liquidation heat maps to take a look at. So the first one here is on Binance, and we can see we have 70 million worth of liquidations at the yellow points. Now over the weekend we have developed new liquidations right here just below 97,000, just at these lows essentially that we have here. So if we take a look at the chart properly, it's roughly at let's take a look here. It's going to be roughly here at these lows, so roughly $96,200 where we have new short liquidate or long liquidation, sorry. So it's to the downside, and we're going to go through why I think these will be hit first. But we also have a lot more being developed here at just under $100,000, which will also be hit this week or this coming week. Now this was Binance's chart, and we can see we have 70 million. This is Bybit's, and on Bybit we have 96 million worth of liquidations, simply because Bybit is available in more countries for futures trading. And if you want to get into futures trading or just trading in general, make sure you check out the links down below with all the exchanges we're working with. It's all the exchanges that I personally use to trade myself as well, and when you use my links, you'll not only get cheaper fees, but you'll also get some nice sign up rewards. So it's a win-win. Make sure to sign up using the links down below. Now with BTC, we have a lot of liquidations building up here at this similar level, except here it's a lot higher and we don't have any liquidations at 100,000. So it's really important when taking a look at liquidations to take a look at multiple exchanges, because you have to remember it's, you know, exchange biased liquidations. It's not, you know, dead set liquidations across all exchanges. Different traders enter different positions on different exchanges. So we have overall a lot of longs being entered, so these should get liquidated first. You can see there is some getting built up here. Maybe this is like, you know, 20-50 million dollars worth of liquidations being built up at 100,000. If this does turn yellow, then again it's more confidence that we will head up here, but overall we're heading to the downside to roughly $96,200, you know, in the coming hours, maybe days. Usually it acts quite fast. You can see the candle has already started red, and usually we will just get a flash crash to this level. So it's not that far down either. I think it's going to be like a 1% move. Let's take a look. Yeah, not even a 1% move. So I think that's what should happen this week, or at least in the coming day. This week, hopefully we will hit that 100,000 mark and clear those liquidations. On the higher time frame, we have a lot more liquidations over at 110. So yeah, that's what we're going to be keeping an eye out for. Now the other thing is obviously BTC dominance. So if you remember, in all the previous videos we've been talking about dominance and how this should be the new top now for the dominance chart because of the huge wick. If that is the case, then across the week we'll just see a flurry of red candles coming down, hopefully to 55% here. And if that is the case and we are able to break below 55%, then the next target we'd really have is 50, 51%, and then 49%. So should be a major mover. If we compare it to the previous cycle that we had a very similar sort of pattern here. So we saw a huge rally, a slight crash, final rally, huge wicks at the top, and then a flurry of candles to the downside. So that's what I expect should happen again this time. You know, it looks very similar. We have huge rally, first crash, final rally, top, and then flurry of candles to the downside. So that's what should hopefully happen, and we're going to be keeping an eye on that this week. The S&P as well over the course of this week has broken through. So we broke through this bullish channel that we had, and we actually just touched the all-time high. So we're going to be keeping an eye out for, in case it breaks the all-time high this week. It should do in, you know, in most cases whenever we break through the bullish flag, we always get a new all-time high. It's happened so many times in the past. I don't see why it shouldn't happen this week either, unless there's some really negative catalysts coming out. But overall, a lot of things looked positive heading into the end of this week on Friday. So I think all should be good, you know, in the news sector. So that's what we're going to be keeping an eye out for. Other coins, apart from Doge, again, we're still going to be watching this trade on a lower time frame though. So we're going to look for potential order blocks, fair value gaps to be created, similar to how this move was created, but there was no, you know, fair value gap that was actually created. So instead, we're going to wait for a bounce here, hopefully an order block, fair value gap, you know, a continuation. Then we come back down, fill that, and come up higher. That's what we sort of want to find, and that's what I'm going to be personally keeping an eye out for. If it doesn't happen, then it doesn't happen. We already have our spot positions as hedges, you know, against the trade in the long term, so that's all good. Other coins to keep an eye out for: H-bar, still at this very strong support level, just been consolidating for so many days. It's prone to, you know, a large move very soon. Whenever we see huge consolidations like this, there's always a large move right after, either to the upside or the downside. But you know what, it's a strong support. The market is looking strong, so I think 90% sure it should be to the upside. But regardless, we're set up for, you know, any sort of scenario. If it pumps, if it dumps, make sure you go watch the previous video on H-bar to know that exact game plan. XRP as well, great news this week, you know, more confluence and confirmation of potential ETF being released this year, so that just added fuel to the fire. We are at resistance level here though at 0.618 this week, so hopefully we will break through. That's what we're going to be watching. Sui, really strong performer. It did resist this level, it is coming back down, so we're going to watch for some more accumulations back at this support. Fetch, another coin just sat at this support level, not really moving. Again, another one to keep an eye out for in case of any big moves. Rendered, the same thing. Polkadot did actually get a similar move to Sui where it hit this resistance, now it's coming back down again under $5. Really great accumulation. Still going to be watching this area here and accumulating more. AVAX, really slow mover, actually broke through the support here, so maybe it comes comes all the way back down. Overall, no trades have been taken yet, where, you know, in this sort of premium discount range where it's literally in sort of no man's land. It's not holding the support, it's not crashing, it's just sort of consolidating really weirdly. Solana consolidating as well. I think meme coins are slowly dying down, so that's what we're watching. ETH, huge inflows on the ETF, potentially a big move coming soon in case of some catalysts that we don't know about but insiders do. And BTC, again, we've already talked about this. So that's my outlook for this week and for Dogecoin in specific. If you did enjoy the video, please do make sure to like and subscribe. If you need a place to buy, sell, or trade crypto for the lowest fees with the best sign up rewards, then again, check out all the exchanges we're working with down below. And if you want to copy my own trades and my long-term portfolio, everything like that, then check out the Discord down below. It will be the first link in the description. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye, guys.